able to do that. We are back in the faction war. Round 4 out of 11 here. We start off with the Light versus the Vikings. 82 versus 36 is quite a lot. Chronomancer is going to have to do a lot of work alongside the Radiant Glaives, as those are the only two that have splash damage. And the Shockwave Hammer does not do nearly enough damage for that to matter. Ice Archers are not going to matter in this fight. Longships might end up dying, but anyway, let's just get into it. It is very laggy this time, holy crap. And we got the Berserkers jumping in, the Valkyries coming in. Divine Arbiter isn't going to do much because it was matched up against the Valkyrie. And so that's going to be, a 2v1. The same goes for the Sacred Elephant and... actually, the same goes for Sacred Elephant versus Longship and Chronomancer versus Jarl. All of these big units are in a 2v1 scenario here on the light side. Chronomancer has transformed, both Longships have been used up. The Elephant Rider has been separated from the Elephant. Now it just kind of comes down to these Jarls and how much work they can do. And it's not enough. It is not enough work. Yeah, boom. And then the Radiant Glaives coming through as well. That's going to be a very convincing light side victory. Then next up is going to be Spooky versus Renaissance, and it's just Reapers versus Da Vinci tanks. Jouster and Musketeer might do work. Vampires are good, but there's only 5 of them. Pumpkin Catapults could also cause some chaos. Pumpkin's going down, ruining the front line. Probably going to take out the Balloon Archer as well. Taking out 2 of the Musketeers. Now the Reapers get to move in as a pack. 1 Pumpkin Catapult is still up. Looks like all 4 of the 5 Skeleton Archers are up. Are they going to be able to Scythe Wave apart these tanks? Swordcaster is still up as well. Swordcaster took down 1. They gotta burn through these tanks' HP. Reapers should totally be able to just pluck Da Vinci out of the tank. Actually. Only 1 tank remains. I don't think it can actually hit the Swordcaster. Oh, it can. It's just really hard for it to do so. That's gonna be a really close Spooky win. So we're gonna have to run a second match of that. Vampires going in, Pumpkin Catapults. Down goes the Balloon Archer. 1 Musketeer is down. These Musketeers are not placed very well. I apologize. Is the Swordcaster down? The Swordcaster appears to be down. Did he get shot? 1 of the muskets? All 5 Skeleton Archers are up, which is some DPS. Ah, dude, the Reaper chain reaction here. It looks like it's probably going to be a Renaissance victory in game 2. Or not, or it's gonna be another it's gonna be another Spooky victory. So they will move, they will get another dub. Now we move on to the Wild West versus the Dynasty, and this just comes down to our 50 Lasso versus 37 Dragons Go. They're gonna run it. Ugh. This is why I don't like This is actually the biggest reason why I make all of my units like rounded prices. So I don't have things like Lasso's 740 happening. Cause there's just no way to get like less than 50 Lasso on the field. Or like I don't even yeah. It is just these. Like, the 5 Deadeyes might do a bit of work, especially against the Monkey King, which they actually have a better matchup against instead of the Quick Draw. Gunslingers aren't gonna do much anymore as the front line's down, and the front line is now just Dragon. Hello, Reaper. My PC, my game, my frames. Give them back. Give them back, Lasso. He just reeled in my frames and took them away from me. I don't even think the Deadeyes are doing that much here. Well, it kind of feels like they're missing. Also, the Samurai would have had a super easy time getting back there if they were still alive right now. But now there's just way too many bodies for Deadeye to deal with. Yeah, sure thing. After this round is done, catch up. We will check out your stuff. Also, I'm gonna soon start okay, well, obviously Dynasty wins. Next up is going to be the Pirates versus the Dark Faction. Now, this is absolutely just coming down to one. I mean, the Tempest Lich can definitely do some work against these groups. Shadow Walker might kill the cannon. I actually let him do that this time. If he actually succeeds, that will be good. Deathbringers get matched up against the Captains, and Pirate Queen versus the Void Monarch. And I think it just comes down to Pirate Queen versus the Void Monarchs. And the Shadow Cannon is big, and the Shadow Walker just decided it wasn't worth it. Tempest Lich is also stealing my frames completely. I was like, look at how good it is when the Tempest Lich staff is not on the field, and look at how bad it is when the Tempest Lich attack is on the field. Pirates got this, man. There's no way the Void Monarchs actually get through all of these Pirate Queens. Especially since only 2 of them managed to transform. And like they have like decent amounts of health left. Like a little gnat flying around me right now. So that is going to be a pirate victory. Next up is going to be Tribal versus Ancient. And this just comes down to Mammoths versus, well, whatever the Ancient faction is going to bring. They only have 1 Ballista, which is not good for them. For one, their best, I mean, just straight up, their best unit, there's only 1 of them. And 2, the actual best unit in the game currently, according to the rankings, is there's only 1 of them. So it's kind of got to be, like, pulled, like, by enough time. If, like, all 11 Zeus focus down 1 Mammoth, they can definitely kill 1. Like, Ballista 3-shots them pretty much. It's looking pretty good for the Ancient faction. None of the Spear Throwers are alive to cause any troubles. That was a close one. If that Mammoth killed that Zeus, I think the Mammoth could have gone and killed the Ballista. It's like, I'm just gonna go out and say it. I'm pretty sure 1 Ballista still, like, out-damages 11 Zeuses. Yeah, those Zeuses did live for quite a while, so I'm gonna give it to Ancient Faction. Then last in round 4 here is going to be Farmer versus Medieval. So, yeah, Harvesters, Scarecrows, they're gonna do a lot because there's so many of them. Scarecrows are gonna be on anti-king duty, while Harvesters are like the tanky ones. They're also gonna take down all these Knights because I'm gonna be real, Knight sucks. So now, the healers. Oh, that's. I'm sorry, Medieval Faction. I continue to do this to you. I don't put your healers, like, up with the king because I have no clue where I'm actually gonna put the king. Scarecrows with big DPS, yeah. I mean, it's not even like the healers were actually up here. Yeah, that's absolutely gonna be a form of dub game 1. But now let me change this so that these guys are like actually with the kings. Because they were like back here. Farmers took that game. They still took that game, so we're moving on into match 2. Good shot, Catapult. Good shot, man. You took out half of your own king's HP. What a Catapult. Oh, and what a king back there too. Oh my god. This is a tactical disaster for the Medieval Faction. They did even worse this time. 500 damage per crow, that's actually not as much as I was expecting. Yeah, obviously, Farmer Faction wins.